Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last parts, we headed out to do all of the Warring Triad stuff. We took on Sephiroth, Sophia, and Zervan. We wrapped up that story pretty nicely. So with that out of the way, we can now progress with the story and work our way towards Stormblood. So, let's see what our friends are up to, shall we? Not you. Alpha Note, Cessla, I've been looking all over for you. What's up? We received words regarding Philman, Horty, Boulder, and Coltonet. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Lomensa. It should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful Link Pros are, isn't it? When they work, and you don't mind being spied on. Quite. But wonderful news. But what wonderful news! To think our reunion is close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alpha Node. Thancred and Cryo, what brings you two here? Cryo and I have been looking into how we might track down Amphilia. And we may have just found the answer. Cessla, when you were fleeing Ul'dah with Amphilia, you said that Hyland spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that it's true, and I see no reason to suspect that it's not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hyland commanded her to remain behind. That is to say that Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Amphilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the ether, or ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Cecil failed the ultimate weapon, and the side of my personal ignominy. Twas there that Hyland intervened to shield her from the magic I invoked. Cryo and I will infiltrate the capsule and analyze the ether therein. The two of you, alone? I have proven a knack for subterfuge, and I'm confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Cryo while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and Cessla come along, who will see to Philman's grand homecoming? Homecoming. God, I can read. When you put it like that, very well, trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Amphilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tatar and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrade's return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Luminson docks? Sure. Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. I should use the rest of these stupid Etheorite tickets. Not you. The Arcanist Guild. Alright. There you are, Philman! Horty, Boulder, and Coltonet! Oh, Cecil, how have you been? Come here, let me have a good look at you. Thank the 12. One hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. I worried about you all every day. We would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the market, it was all we could do to escape. Tatara found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hanash vessel. It pained us not being there when we needed us most. But we made the most of it, didn't we, Colton? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn. We did. We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust, and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. I should be glad to indeed return home and speak with my daughter. About that. What do you mean she's missing? How could you let this happen? Forgive me, I'm sure you're doing everything in your power to find her. As Thacred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me, and he will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for his safe return, and busy myself in the meantime. For certainly there is much more to be done. The braves may have blooded us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it. Aye, that's the spirit. To the Scions and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah! Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's a castrum. Oh, it's Thancred.
厄介払いお疲れ様。おかげでこっちも認証がパスできそうよ。
それなら先を急ごう。即席の変装じゃそう何度もやり過ごせないからな。
サンクレットさん、あなたが手を貸してくれて本当に助かるわ。前から噂は聞いていたけど、正直別人を見ている気分よ。こんなにも頼もしいのは例のサバイバル生活の賜物かしら。それともミンフィリアを強く思っているから？
今する話じゃないと思うが。
いいえ、意思の確認は大切よ。ここから先はもっと危険な場所なんだから、後で侵入したことを後悔されても困ってしまうし。
さすがはアルフィノ様の先輩。とんだくせ者だよ。確かにミンフィリアは何にも代え難い大事な人だ。だがおそらく君が想像しているような関係じゃない。15年前、俺の油断と甘さがミンフィリアの父親の命を奪った。だから最初は贖罪のつもりで助けてやろうと思ったんだ。けれども成長した彼女が自らの力を他人のために使おうとしている姿を見て、純粋に協力したいと思うようになった。ミンフィリアに心を動かされたのは俺だけじゃない。俺の恩師であるルイゾアのじいさんや暁の仲間たちも彼女に未来をかけていた。それもあってかな、ミンフィリアは俺にとって一番尊い希望になっていたんだ。彼女の目指す夢だけは何としても叶えてやりたい。
なるほど。あの子はとても大事に思われているのね。試すようなことを言ってごめんなさい。
構わないさ。しかし君の方こそどうなんだ？ただの協力者にしては危ない橋を渡っていると思うが。
あら、知らなかった？私とミンフィリアって大の親友なのよ。バル島が襲撃され、私が眠り続けていた時、彼女は何度も本部と連絡を取って身を案じてくれていた。だから今度は私の番。彼女を探すためなら どんな危険もへっちゃらよ。
では行こう。ハイデリンの干渉の痕跡について調べればきっとミンフィリアの手がかりにたどり着くさ。
Alright. Well then. Alright. Put that back up and head back to Revenant's Toe. Filming! It feels good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us just beyond those doors. Friends and family with whom we have shared so much. God help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let's not make them waiting. Keep them waiting. Yes! Aliane, Ephemy, it fills my heart the joy to see you both hale and healthy. And what of Hagiri? She is well, though abroad on a mission at present. It just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady. It's a welcome home indeed. Ah, we could do with more than that with that around here. Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions brings a he's been drinking. Brings a bloody tear to the eye. Huh. To secret oneself in a ship's hold to secure passage to a faraway land. This is a tale we know all too well. When they are all well rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction. Why wait, my friend? Come, there's no need to be shy. Pray grant me a moment longer at least. Though I'm happy to oblige you, my legs are rather less accommodating. Huh. Ocher, what in the seven hells drove my little brother to come to Mordona? Why, you, brother, and the Scions, of course. For a thousand days I trained that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet now here you are, so I sense that you surpassed me once more. No, do not tell me. You trained with the Hanash, did you not? Your eyes do not deceive you, brother. I have studied the trials of the braves and drunk deep the souls of mine enemies. Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but think with those who have yet to return. Once we've settled in, I would join in the search. Alright, it's a welcome home for everybody. The place is slowly going back to what it used to be. It's been so long since I've seen them all like this. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alpha Node. I know we will. Minfilia, Ida, Papalimo, every last one of them. Oh, hiccups. And when they walk those doors, we'll be here to welcome home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. More food from my inventory. Great. No. Tancred and Cryo contacted us a short while ago. It would seem that their foray into Castle Meridian bore fruit. They asked that we rendezvous with them in Stolen Idleshire, where they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guest of honor, I expect she'll forgive me if I return with her daughter. Alright, let's go see what they found out. My apologies, I see I'm the last to arrive. So, what news have you for us? Well, as we postulated, there were indeed what appeared to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the ultimate weapon's destruction. A ripple at odds with the presiding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore strongest resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Isle of Val, when I believed Heidelin shielded me from the blessing of light. To confirm our findings, we paid a visit to the Sildi aqueducts. There we detect the same waveform, but orders of magnitude larger, as one would expect of a more recent disturbance. Heidelin. There's no other explanation. But there's more. When I studied the site where Y'shtola used flow, it appeared that not 2, but 3 beings had been affected. Yet, unlike Y'shtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there, and then not there. Now, recall visions of a vast crystal floating in the sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that when communing with Heidelin, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So, let's consider the facts. 1. Heidelin interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Y'shtola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Heidelin may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side. You're implying, I take it, that Heidelin guided me into the compass of my magic? That she might summon her body and soul onto the ethereal sea? In which case, we must needs continue our search there. For a blessing, the means to do so already exists. I speak of the anti-tower, a shrine in construction conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus. Master Matoya was the keeper of the anti-tower? I had no idea. Then our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again. Alright. Alright. Let's head back to Matoya's cave. It's so far away. It's crazy. My goal tonight is to get through this patch story, 3.2, and then hopefully 3.3. Oh, there's a lookout. God damn. Whatever's in my throat just won't go away. It won't clear out. That's my goal, at least. I want to finish the Heavensward story entirely before I call it a night. Well, I say entirely. What I mean is through 3.3. Because in 3.4, I believe, that's when they start introducing elements that lead into Stormblood, if I remember correctly. Matoya! Oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time? Though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry to the Anti-Tower, that we might use it to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the Ethereal Sea. And who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder? Huh. The tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. They have the run of the place now. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as a custodian. Role? Hardly. The foreign foisted the title on me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the Anti-Tower was sealed, save one. My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. So such was the foreman's final order to me. Well, I can remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? We will, Master Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to find Minfilia. We'll see about that. Cecil can go. Take the magicless rogue too if you'd like. He's no use to me. The rest of you will stay and work, and I'll hear no argument. Those are my terms. Huh. Oh. And I should be delighted to accompany you. Lead the way, Cecil. Thancred, no. Your etheric flow has been compromised. Do not deny it. To venture into an environment so thick with ether so close to the ethereal sea would be to risk further impairment or worse. But Minfilia could be in there, waiting for us. And you could die. And for what? If she is waiting beyond, Cecil will find her. Trust in her. Have faith. Damn it all. Bring her back to us. The Anti-Tower! Alright. Look. You ever get the feeling like where every time you swallow you get something like stuck back of your throat? That's what I'm feeling now and it won't go away. And when you finally get down, it's like you're swallowing iron. Alright, I think I got it. Oh, God. Now, all of Heavensward, this is probably one of my favorite dungeons. It's very short. I like the layout of the dungeon, and I like the overall theme of it too. Alright. It's quite literally an ethereal sea. Alright, we're getting closer to Disney Castle. We gotta get past Mr. Prince Charming the Toad over here. Who dares to approach the tower? One with ears to listen? How wonderful! I'm a frog. Just a little frog. It's not easy being a frog. I imagine not. A magical frog, too. Ooh, look at this place. God, there's more of them. Shit. Alright. Well, this thing didn't stand a chance. That guy, that boss was cakewalk. That guy didn't even know what hit him. I can't remember the other. I think there's like one or two of the dungeons that are in Heavensward. Can't remember what the other ones are. Trying to dig into my memory. What other dungeons were there? That hurt. There's anti-tower. Oh, okay. I remember the other one. There's one. I remember the other one. Okay. I lied. There's like three or four in Heavensward. We still have to do. One is unlocked in the next patch of story. I think pretty much from this point forward, each story patch introduced one new dungeon and one new trial. It's the creepy dolls. We got Calacabrina, adorable dolls, terrible dolls. Yip hoo hoo. Ugh. Nightmare fuel. If you're not a fan of dolls, this is not the boss for you. And you think they're creepy now? There's this thing. A majestic looking doll. Again, nightmare fuel. If you don't like dolls, if you have a fear of dolls, I'm sorry. Fuck your dolls! Well, that was easy. Ew. Go away. Never again. Well, thanks. Well, I got a combination out of it, so sweet. 3 of them, too. Alright, what do we find in here? My crystal's shining. Oh.
感じて考えてあなたならば必ずやたどり着くと信じていた。よくぞここまで来てくれました。
That doesn't sound like Heidelin.
私は星の代弁者。あなたにとってはミンフィリアだったもの。
Word of the mother?
そちらの時間ではもう久しい過去になるのでしょうか。裏切りの祝宴から逃げる最中、私は星のハイデリンの声を聞きました。私は声に導かれるまま自ら仲間のエンシェントテレポに巻き込まれることでエーテルの流れに身を投じ 星の海にたどり着いたのです。けれど星の声はすでに消えかけていた。失われゆく訴えの全てを知るため、私はハイデリンの一部となることを望みました。そして今の私となったのです。私の声は星の声。ずっとあなたに世界の真実を伝えたかった。だからお願い、聞いて、感じて、考えて。すべての命が生まれるより前、星の海の底では光たるハイデリンと闇たるゾディアークトがひとところにありました。しかし闇が力をつけ、光との均衡が崩壊したのです。そこでハイデリンはゾディアークを星の海より放逐し、遠い天に封じることとしました。こうして月が生まれた。しかし星を二つに裂く痛みは次元の境界をも傷つけてしまったのです。あなた方が生きる原初世界の他に10と3もの共造の世界がこの時に生じました。そして光と闇の力もそれぞれの世界に分かたれたのです。月に追放されたゾディアークは使徒たるアシエンを使わし、世界を統合しようとしています。闇の力をより合わせ、完全なる復活をなそうというのです。そのためにはここ原初世界の側から世界を分かつ壁を破壊しなければならない。これこそが次元悪界であり、アシエンたちがアーダーと呼ぶ現象なのです。そして人の歴史ではこれに伴う災厄を霊災と呼ぶ。過去7度の霊災によりすでに7つの世界が統合されてしまった。強まった闇の力に光の力は押されるばかりです。どうかアシエンを止めて世界の統合を阻止してください。それが私の最後の。あなたのクリスタルから借りた力もこれ以上はもう、残った力であなたを星の渚まで送りましょう。光の加護を受けし、ハイデリンの子らよ、どうか世界を。
Well, that was something.
よかった。無事に戻ってくれたか。
守備はどうだ。ミンフィリアは見つかったのか。
なんという、星の海でそんなことが。
クルル、あなたの率直な見立てを聞きたいのだけれど。
ハイデリンの声に導かれて星の代弁者となる。とんでもない話だけれど嘘ではないと思う。彼女は誰よりも星の声を聞き取る力が強かったもの。そして声が消えるほどハイデリンが弱っているなら、その一部となったミンフィリアもとても不安定な状態だったでしょうね。
ではまさか本当にミンフィリアは力を使い果たして。ミンフィリア、暁の灯火がやっと輝きを取り戻してきたんだ。それを見たかったのは誰よりも君だっただろうに。
灯火ねえ、ミンフィリアという娘を殺したのもその熱すぎる炎に他ならないと思うがね。
ちょっと待とうや。
なあ坊主、お前たちは一体何がしたいんだい。
我々暁の決命の目的はエオルゼアの救済です。ミンフィリアが教えてくれたアシエンの暗躍、加えて万神問題など、この地は脅威にさらされ続けている。それらからエオルゼアを救いたいんだ。
なるほど、いかにももっともだ。だが聞こえのいい大義ほど人を無心に駆り立てて、そこにあったはずの真の願いを見失わせるのさ。お前たちのやっていることは所詮戦いだ。先に進もうとすれば今回のように命を失うこともある。掲げているその目的は自分の誰かの死を捧ぐほどの願いかね。
私の覚悟はとっくに決まってるわ。最初から自分の願いをなすために暁の理想を追っているんだから。アシエンが闇の力の復活を目論んでいるならなおさら、霊祭のきっかけとなりかねないあらゆる戦の種を片っ端から潰すだけよ。グルル、手伝ってもらいたいことがあるの。一緒に来てもらえるかしら。
ええ。
サンクレット。 私は。
Well, that wasn't exactly the kind of news we were looking for. We found her, but yeah. She's not coming back, is she? She did what she thought was best. I know that, I do. To give all of her for her beliefs was ever her way. So will we, as we must. What greater calling could there be than to stand against the dark defenders of the light? And yet, where does it end? The sacrifice, the loss. I don't know. I can't tell you that. I must ask you to not breathe a word of this, any of the Rising Stones, especially Philman. I will brief Tara on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. He may have an insight into what the word told us. As for you, Cecila, with all you've done, I would say run and rest. But speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Imric while you were away. It would seem he was planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Are you happy you should pay him a visit? Sure. Alright. What's going on?
あ、君か。さては、式典への招待を受けてくれたのだな。ありがたい。心から歓迎しよう。君には、ぜひ立ち会ってもらいたくてね。先日の主級派豪丹省の聖兵による教皇庁立てこもり事件は覚えているな。結果として人質の少女をヴィゾー・ブニルが助けることで人々にドラゴン族との融和の可能性を見せることができた。その可能性を確固たるものにすべく改めてヴィゾー・ブニルら清流の眷属と和平の契りを交わす式典を開くことになったのだ。君や暁の協力によって開かれた可能性をこうして次につなげられて私も大変嬉しいよ。無論清流の眷属と和平の契りを結んだところで邪竜の一派が動けば戦わざるを得ないだろう。だが少しでも多くの国力を公と復興と混乱の収束に当てることこそ真の変革になるのだと確信している。
Oh, you're right there, buddy.
すまない。大丈夫だ。怪我も治りきっていないのに張り切りすぎるなとルキアから釘を刺されてはいるのだがな。
He's too impassioned.
立てこもり事件以来同じ過ちを繰り返さぬよう私は多くの民の意見を聞いてきた。不安を汲みできる限り最善の施策を提案してきたつもりだ。その甲斐あってか最近では地球派の声も収まっている。だからこそやっと式典にこぎつけることができた。ありがとう。君は 主賓に等しい存在なのだ。くれぐれも遅れないで来てくれよ。式典の開催場所は人の領地と竜の領地の狭間、クルザス西部高地のファルコンネストと決まっている。現地ではルキアが準備を仕切っているはずだ。到着したら声をかけてやってくれ。すまない。最後にもう一つ。式典が無事に済んで落ち着いたら、ぜひ君と杯を交わしたい。
I know, right?
もろもろの礼も兼ねてな。
Long overdue, buddy. All right. Off we go to Falcon's Nest. All right. Lucia. No, oh shit. As you can see, preparations for the comments are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The Masons labor day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Imric wanted a symbol, which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think he'll be pleased with the result. 'Twas not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? It's certainly that we can do better than we are. Forgive me, I am rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go, rest. I'll not keep you. Alright, I don't need to rest, I'm good. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest? Make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come far and wide to attend the ceremony, you may meet Lords Artorial and Emma, who have graciously volunteered their services. I should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must need to return to my duties. Alright. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Imric was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things. And he'll do it by the Fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Well, that's good. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all of them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand, we've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here than the past, so hearing that we're close to reconciliation comes as a great relief. At least we're all in somewhat great spirits. There's Emma over there. I'm glad to see the rumors were true. Well met, Mistress Bryan. Fear not, I have no intention of begging your aid for this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we needed is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador on a peace conference. Ugh. My controller? How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you would have told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you were a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy reality. And here I am, laboring to make it so. Lord Artorial, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury take me, they would defy Sir Arming's commands? If they dare attack Rodopnir, it will not come to that. But to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were a Lord of House Fortom's presence. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. And ere we do, I must ask, would you look at Emma while I'm away? As you know, he has ever been impulsive, and changeable child, who recently seems to be suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Thank you, my friend. I promise it will not be long. Alright, Emma, what's going on with you? I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl. Guarding this tavern, as it were. Oh, I see now. Arturo thought I might be derelict in my duties, eh? And never my brother to question my dedication. But since you're here, maybe I could put you up to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves, oh no. Yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not call the roaming packs. Your map, if I may. Right there. Those are the points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old girl. Come on, Roy, I must return to my rounds. Sir? Oh dear. Do be careful, my lady. Alright. Wolf down. Alright, wolves are dead. Sasarai, Wolf's Bane, it pleases me to inform you that I've completed my rounds and all is well in the Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one that made that arsonist confess? Clever, that. Thankard, was it? It was asking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. What are you doing sending me out here? Oh, he's sending me out far. What's going on? What's happening here? Alright, thank you. Where you at? Fancy meeting you here, Cecila. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let's return to Falcon's Nest then and see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us. Huh. And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms, reunited at last. All by your selfless sacrifice have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, thank you both. And with that, there is not left to do but enjoy our well-earned respite. Oh, and this should go, of course, without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Our Tori wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why aren't you going to have something to eat? For once, a suggestion which I could agree. Go on ahead, Cecila. I will join you anon. If I must.
いらっしゃいませ。よかったら空いてるお席にどうぞ。外は寒かったでしょう。式典を祝してサービスするから温まってくださいな。お料理は少しお待ちくださいね。何せ大にぎわいなものだから準備が追いつかなくて。みんな平和の兆しが見えて嬉しいんだわ。ずっと戦いばっかりだったから。私だって少しでも式典開催を後押ししたくて、いても立ってもいられずにここで働かせてもらってるんです。恋人をドラゴン族との戦いで亡くしてとても悲しい思いをしたから、戦いが終結に向かい始めるのが嬉しくて。
Uh-oh.
あら、もう眠たくなってしまったんですか？ずいぶんお疲れだったようですね。まあ、あれだけ大きなことをなせば当然か。そうでしょう。
We've been
竜の国より
drugged.
凱旋した旧国の英雄さん。しばらくお休みになっていてください。これ以上余計なことはしなくていいんです。
全部お前のせいだ。
ごめんなさいね。お恥ずかしいところ。ここには 息子たちが眠っているの。勇敢にドラゴン族との戦に出てみんな行ってしまったわ。
お気持ちはとてもよくわかります。
そう、あなたも戦で大事な人を亡くしたのね。ここに来ると泣いてしまうと分かっていても、なんだか来ずにはいられなかったの。例の真実が明かされて、近頃のコートではドラゴン族との融和がしきりに説かれているでしょ。それは素晴らしいことだと分かっているのだけれど、どうしてでしょうね。人と竜の和解が進むほど、戦に散った息子たちのことを忘れろと言われているようで、寂しくて悔しくて。
信頼のおける同志はこれだけか。ドラゴン族との融和政策に反対する者も少なくなったものだ。
仕方があるまい。アイメリク卿が提案した政策はさも最良に見えた。利益のみで道を選ぶ連中は皆並行して付き従おうよ。だが俺は違う。今でも竜に殺された兄弟が夢に出ては竜を許すなと言うんだ。あいつらが浮かばれるまで戦いを続けたい。
そもそもこれまでの歴史が嘘であったというのなら、融和の先に掲げられた繁栄も本当かどうか怪しいものだ。融和に前向きなドラゴン族などこの1000年間現れたことがなかったのだぞ。劣勢を悟った竜がアイメリク卿を騙したに違いない。
でも融和を望む機運はもはや私たちに止められるものではなくなっています。今度ファルコンネストで行われるという竜と和平の契りを交わす式典、それが無事に済めば行く末は決定的となるでしょう。
それなら式典を阻害すればいい。私はやります。この命でみんなが戦う意志を取り戻すなら十分です。
I think the true face of the enemy is Guardians themselves.
おい、起きろ。目を覚ませ。大丈夫か。少しばかりまずいことになった。ともかく外に出るぞ。
聞け、イシュガルドの民よ。我々は融和という偽りの安息を拒み立ち上がらねばならない。 思い出せ。竜に腹渡を食いちぎられた親類よ。思い出せ。戦地に旅立ち二度とは戻らなかった友を、恋人を。この血が悲しみに凍ることなく巡っているのは、奪われたことに怒り戦い続けてきたからだ。イシュガルドの民、その強さは竜との戦いのみに生きる。
おい、何を突っ立ってる。早くあいつを止めろ。早く。
はい。
見ろ、これが現実だ。奴らは意にそぐわない事実を消していく。民はまた騙されて都合よく使われるだけだ。民を戦場へと導き、我々から愛しきものを奪っておきながら、のうのうと融和を解いて復讐の機会さえも奪おうとする。くそくれ。戦だけが、竜との戦いだけが唯一の希望なんだ。我々から、私からもう生きる理由を奪わないで。
何してるんだよ。殺せだなんて俺は一言も。
しかし。
Oh boy.
違う。俺が命じたわけじゃない。本当だ。俺はただ本当にそんなつもりじゃ。
Oh, I got a phone call. Hang on. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, Lord. Well, that sucked. I dare say that could not have played out I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the first commander and Lord Artorio are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with the messenger who said that they would be returning shortly, but until they do, not will be done. Lord Emma has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. Alright. My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The Churgians tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? I heard rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it was a good idea to let him have the front of the Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Imric will take their bloody chains and shove it up their arses. I'll not be taking him by that rod again. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough? That their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the True Brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I don't know if I can even can. Well, what say you? Well, so the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered, as to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonate in the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Oh, what's this? Ah! Interesting. Lord Artori and the First Commander should have returned by now. The tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emma, and I somehow doubt that he has moved on Ilm since we last saw him. My apologies, Cecil. I bear responsibility for this debacle. There'll be a time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Emma ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive. The others resisted and were struck down. Still, others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still, more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives. For the time being, at least. The Churgians are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains have spent as much effort planning the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, theirs has been more the fruitful in their labors. In the wake of the protest, the people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them, then? I see. Sir Imric places trust in me. It'll be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we've come, First Commander. People's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before, and we'll do so again. If we can find what it means to remind them, to show them once more that the promise will change it holds for all, and this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference, pending Sir Imric's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Cecil, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Emma. You're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions. In person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come on, Roy. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Roy? Roy? I could have sworn he was... Alright. Where you at, buddy? Oh, what happened to you?
Honoraは嘘だろ。なんでこんなに傷ついて。おい、オノロは。
エマネラン様。母、元気になられたんですね。よかったです。はい。
元気だよ。俺はいつだって。それよりお前どうしたんだよ。
申し訳ありません。式典のお客様たちが口々に帰ろうとおっしゃったもので、どうにか止めようと思いまして。はい。だけど僕の頼み方が悪かったのでしょう。皆様とてもお怒りになり。
バカ。それはお前のせいじゃなくて俺の。
大丈夫ですよ、エマネラン様。旦那様やアルトアレール様、皆様がやろうとしていることを僕は信じています。あの女性が言ったように悲しい記憶は消えませんし、悩みを抱くことは多いでしょう。でも踏み出した先の明日はきっと楽しい。それを教えてくれたのは僕を散々振り回したエマネラン様じゃないですか。
オノロは。
落ち着け。気を失っただけだ。早く暖かいところで手当てしてやるんだな。
くそ。なんでどうして何もかもうまくいかない。変革を進める兄貴たちもさっきの反対派の奴らだって本音は幸せに笑っていたいだけだろ。なのに漏れなく全員不幸面だ。俺は一体どうすりゃいいって言うんだよ。うんざりだ。誰か代わりに正しい道を選んでくれ。
誰かに判断を委ねるのは構わない。だがその生き方を選んだ結果は必ず自分の周りに返ってくるぞ。
前に何がわかる。英雄の一味で自分で何でもできるお前に何が。
何でもなんてできるものか。俺は自分が一番大事にしていたものすら手を差し伸べることもできずに失った。だからこそ死ぬ気で歯を食いしばってここに来たんだ。どれほど痛もうが終わらせたくないものが今の俺にはあるからな。
Well, I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is not to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. I know this. But he... Oh, it's alright, buddy.